playing. Oh, we got people traded out. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, so let's go to Team 6 instead. Team 6, Zapumafu. Team 6 is Samsung Black, so that means blue team is Samsung Black, and it looks like that is correct. So we're going to switch over to properties and do Samsung Cardboard. Can I do all the way cardboard? Nope. We can do card. Let's just keep with Samsung C, as we've been doing. So, cool. All right, into the picks. It made a land after Stan. Oh, Satan? What? Ashton Malphite is cardboard. Yeah, I'm working. I got it. Don't worry. We got there. We got that. One at a time. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third place matchup. It will be a best of 3 coming in here for the OneShotGG tournament. This game is hosted by OneShotGG, so if you want to be a part of the tournament and the goodies that come from winning it, be sure and check out the forum, as well as there has been a lot of discussions from last night's games on there, so go ahead and go to OneShotGG and check out all of that awesomeness. I'm Jake Kelton, your host. I am that Shoutcast guy. I shoutcasts on Sundays and Mondays and Wednesdays and other days of the week when I'm on and playing and stuff. So you can check out my information down below, Facebook, YouTube, all that kind of sort of stuff. And so the teams choose their own name. Yes, so the teams actually chose their own name. One team chose Samsung Cardboard, and I think the other one saw that. They laughed at it and said, okay, well, if they're being Samsung Cardboard, we'll be the Samsung Black. I think that's how it went. So you guys like to have the Korean names. Ooh. There were 2 Samsung teams, and both of them happened to end up in the same bronze match, which is pretty incredible. Everyone was ready for Samsung versus Samsung in the finals, but both teams ended up matching it up for 3rd place. So we'll see. Only one can take 3rd place. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves. As it stands at the moment, this is going to be the first of 3 games, so one of these teams is going to have to win 2 games to go on to, or to be able to take that 3rd place. Zabumafu starting us off, grabbing up a Lucian. So other interesting bans here, as we saw in the games last night, Zabumafu dominated as an Orianna, just played a fantastic game. So they're going to ban her out. Syndra ban as well, and as well as Ahri. Jinx, Lee Sin, and Tristana, all very powerful champions of their own outright. However, we haven't seen anyone ban out the Xerath yet. Xerath was excruciatingly critical in last night's game, going, I think, 14-2 by the end of the game. Just dominated. However, that was Team Fiorino Please Arena, and now they're going to be playing against Team Samsung Cardboard. So that may be why Xerath wasn't banned out. May actually have to go all the way back to be playing... It's nothing fancy. I apologize. Nothing fancy needs to be banning out the Xerath against Team Fiorino Please Arena, because they play a really, really good Xerath. So we've got a new person playing here, kind of filling in, making sure that we've got full teams here. LoL Hala coming in here, playing considering Teemo for the top lane. If it is a Yasuo or a Lulu, trying to figure out which top lane we want. Smooch, what is it? Yeah, Smooch Bear, which is playing on Team Samsung Cardboard, has played a lot of Rise. Had moderate success, won 1 game, lost a game with him. We'll see. Well, he won't be playing him this time, so we'll see if Lol Hala can take over on that Rise domination. So, boo, Teemo, boo. We don't want the Teemo. Randy797, just locking in that Kha'Zix, wants him for the jungle, wants him for the resets. Again, Kha'Zix is a very dangerous pick with certain teams, because I can actually, I guess because I sit forward, I'm there. Alright, whatever. Because Kha'Zix is a reset snowballing champion, he really needs to get some early kills before moving on towards the mid and late game. If he can't get a couple of kills underneath his belt by the time it pushes 15 minutes, he's going to have a very struggling game. So the winner of the match in 3rd place earns 1,600 RP, and 4th place gets 800 RP each. So take a note there that it's not 800 RP split between all 5 people. It's 800 RP each. That is almost a legendary skin. But if you win 3rd place, that 1,600 RP is basically a legendary skin. So they're really playing for some serious RP right now. Serious RP. So Smooch Bear going to be hovering over a Maokai pick, is going to lock it in for that top lane, so we'll be going up against a Ryze. Maokai is great against magic heavy champions, which Ryze is one of them. And so Maokai could totally slowly push him out. Is going to have a lot of wave clear with those little saplings, and in general just does a fantastic job, so we'll see about that. How often does OneShotGG have tournaments like this? Once a month is what they're looking for. So yeah, Fearless145, who is hero on the forums and does a fantastic job coming in here. So why people don't ban Kha'Zix, he has... has it trickled down to the lower elos yet. Kha'Zix is not banned, at least not that I've seen very often in the lower elos, especially not in silvers. So we'll see. He does get played every now and then. He does get played every now and then. So you mean Groot? I am Groot coming in here to do much damage. Oh wait, I'm sorry. All he says is I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. Ashton Malphite grabbing up the Twitch for that bottom lane. I think he's gonna hand the jungle over to. Oh, Amix Angel locked in the Teemo. Interesting. So support Teemo, or is that a top lane Teemo? It could be switched out for a Lulu in that top lane. No, because it's a Malphite top lane. So I'm kind of. It might be a Teemo jungle, but there's no way. There's no way. I'm a little bit confused. I'm gonna say that it's a Maokai jungle, Twitch AD, Lulu support, Teemo top. I think that Malphite and Twitch are going to switch it up because because Malphite's the top lane. So could it be a Twitch jungle? I have seen Twitch jungle played before. I had a friend of mine that was really good at Twitch jungle. So they may do that Twitch jungle. They'll switch it up just to kind of confuse the heck out of me. Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay, so it will be the Twitch AD, top lane Teemo, and Malphite in the bottom lane. So finally, whoa, somebody left.
Hey Jake.
Yeah. Yes.
We had a technical error and Amy locked in the wrong champion. We're gonna remake the game.
Okay, alright, that's fine. I wondered. I was like, no way that she's picking a Teemo. What? Alright, so...
Alright, here we go. We'll get it set up again. Sorry about that.
I was really excited for a Teemo pick. I was like, heck, let's do this. Teemo top lane against Rise domination. But no, I don't even know. I don't even know. Hyped the game for nothing. I was excited for the Teemo. Honest to goodness, I was excited for this Teemo. I was so ready for it. And then they switched it out, and they were like, oh, no. So... Amy finally getting back in. I'm freaking sorry, man. Aw, but the Teemo, too strong. Honestly, I really wish that she had just played through Teemo and actually won, because I would have been excited. So, no, Amy, we are not upset at you. It's going to be all of the same picks and bans except for Amy. So we should run through here lightning quick with no problem. Once again, it's going to be Samsung Black versus Samsung Cardboard. So, okay, I'm not trolling this time. Amy, you should have rolled with the troll. You never know. Teemo has great wave clear potential, good push potential as well. His blind's not going to be super effective against Arise, so instead you build unkillable tank Teemo. And all you do is make use of those shrooms. You ward the heck out of the enemy team and just push. So I honestly, I don't think that it would be a problem at all to have a Teemo. You could take a Teemo 80 in the bottom lane. The blind would be super effective against Lucian. Every time you use it, his double auto attacks that he uses after he uses an ability would be useless. As well as if you build a little bit of AP, so that way every time you auto attack him, that poison slowly taking him down and just harass Lucian, you could do really, really well. So I don't see why it's going to be a problem. Oh, it would have been a problem. They did. Oh, okay. So Amy was going to go for the Lulu, and she was supposed to be picking a Wukong, but instead picked that Teemo. So it was going to be a Wukong for the jungle, and that's where that confusion went in. So, man, we rushed through those picks and bans like lightning fast, and we are ready. So, flip a coin again. Heads you pick Teemo, tails you don't. Remember, the coin never lies. Yes. The coin never lies. So, first place, 3,200 RP and the Triumphant Riot skin for every player. Second place is 2,400 Riot points. However, that will be for first in place, which is Nothing Fancy versus Team Feed Reno, Please Reno, not this current game. However, there's still a lot of damage done to this. So yeah, hey, High's done it. High's super strong. So no problem, Amy. You are fantastic. Zabumafu is going to be on the LeBlanc again. Zabumafu did do well, I think, in one of the games last night. He played LeBlanc after his Orianna was banned out, and so we'll see. We'll see how well he does. I'm really excited for this bottom lane, the Teemo versus, Teemo's in the game. What? Twitch and Lulu versus this Leona and Lucian. How will these two line up? Leona's got some really good CC, really good crowd control, a lot of stuns available, could lock down enemy champion hard enough that Lucian can get the damage in to finish him off. However, we saw some great ganks from Wukong last night as well, so if Wukong once again just continues to dominate in that bottom lane, show his presence, camp it out, it could be could be really bad for them, so hashtag Malphite, my favorite position. Oh yeah, everyone voting for the Ashe. They are going for Team Samsung C, Samsung Cardboard all the way. I don't know which team I like a little bit better, honestly. Well, I think that Samsung C has a really good lineup. I've seen the power of Samsung Black, and I think I'm gonna go for Samsung Black this game. Just staying a little bit. Samsung Black to win. Yeah, Amy, the best troll ever. Amy X Angel playing the best troll champion. Was trolling with the Teemo pick, but accidental locked it in. Didn't mean to. So there had to have been some a little bit of yelling on that TeamSpeak channel, and everyone's like, "What the heck are you doing?" I don't even know. So we're gonna run through everyone, their champions and their players real fast. We've got Zabumafu playing the LeBlanc in the mid lane for Team Samsung Black. We've got Lolhala playing the Rise for the top lane. Randy797 playing a Kha'Zix for the jungle. Ashrite taking that Leona in the bottom lane support role. JoMama1199, gotta love that username, playing the LeBron James, or the Lucian, I guess you could also say it, Lucian for the bottom lane ADC. For Team Samsung Cardboard, we've got So Amazing taking the Twitch ADC bottom role. We've got Varsity Ken on that Yasuo in the mid lane, I do believe. Smooch Bear playing Groot, or Maokai, as it could also be said, in the top lane. Maokai, yep. Ashe to Malphite 69 with a Wukong in the jungle, and Amy X Angel in the bottom lane. Lulu support, not Teemo support. Everyone was hoping for a Teemo support, but didn't get it. I think she should have gone Teemo support. Like, she was set up and ready. She was rocking the runes and masteries for it, the spells as well. Could have done a Teemo support. Blind the Lucian. Harass the Leona. Build anti-CC, attack speed, and a little bit of ability power, and then more than anything, put down those shrooms. Because every time that you put down a shroom and somebody has to walk through that, that's like 400 of their health gone, just simply ticked down. And I think that they could have had that, but hey, we'll see if she does on Lulu. Oh, that's updates available for OBS. I don't want to update that now. We're rolling right now. We're rolling right now. Team Samsung Black versus Team Samsung C. Why do I have a big white thing on my screen? White thing, OP. Finally went away. Samsung Cardboard. I kind of just want to hide this. I don't want to see it. Okay, cool. There we go. In game. Wow! Whistler Village Twitch. That is a old skin. What even? Project Yasuo. Goalkeeper Maokai. Alright, so every time Maokai gets a kill, we gotta shout, GOAL! Every time that he gets a kill, Groot looking at kicking some people's balls around the course of a soccer field, if you know what I mean. Mistletoe LeBlanc. Nice skin there. And Iron Solari Leona. So red team. Oh my gosh, what is covering up the... Oh, okay, whew, that wasn't on the stream. I had something covering up my OBS a little bit, and it looked like there was like this huge thing that was across the game, and I was like, whoa, what on earth? But it's fine. It's fine. I got scared for nothing. So Groot took up soccer. You know, after he made that big soccer ball of roots around him and his buddies, he was just like, if I can make balls so good, why not I just start kicking some, just start playing a little bit, He can also bring up roots in the middle of running around to, like, snare people. Just too good. So, yep. Okadoka. So, Lucalo OHD. So, report the non-skins. The Rise and Kha'Zix. Haragun Lucian, also a skin. I completely forgot that. Everyone plays with him because they just bought Lucian as soon as he came out. And so everyone has the Haragun Lucian, but I forget that sometimes that's actually a skin. So, what up, Balvin? Valvin, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? Good to have you join us back in the channel again. We are watching the semi-finals of OneShotGG's channel, or OneShotGG's tournament right now. They are going for 3rd and 4th place. First game. So whichever team wins, they're going to have to win again. So one of the interesting things when it comes to these 3rd place, these best of 3 games, is that it gives the other team a chance to counter pick in the 2nd game. And they could either pick the enemy team's same chosen champions, or they could pick, but we got to reset the game of wins here, because we have it at 0 and 0. Or they could ban the champions out. So we'll see. If one person dominates really well, you can guarantee that their champion's going to be banned in the next game. So you want to do well, but you don't want to do too well, because you don't want your champion to be banned out. At least not in this first game. We've got the jungle Wukong. Yeah. Okay, I think that's how it goes. Especially since Maokai or Groot is taking top lane role there with that teleport. He's definitely going to want that. So both teams starting us off. Doesn't look like either one's... Oh, blue team may be going for an invade here. Ryze already headed into the bush. Lucian coming around from the sidelines as well. LeBlanc here. They don't have a whole lot of vision. They're waiting for an opportunity to jump on somebody on red team. Yasuo's just around the corner. Yasuo does have his... Oh, he warded. So they now know that he's got a ward. They do have the option. I'm actually going to take over the mouse here for a moment. They do have the option, if you see. They could come all the way around here and sneak... I guess the tower vision... They could get a little bit of tower vision. Switch over to red team alone. Oh, there's a pause. Why do we pause the game? Oh, Ryze is lagging. We're waiting a moment while Ryze tries to fix some of his lag out. So if they did try to walk around here, they would be seen. There we go. Game resuming back again. But red team so far has no vision on blue team. When will they go in? They're looking to start off us off. What? Yo, man, I had lag in my Leona game. Amy X Angel. I had lag in my Leona. It died anyway. Yo, my champ is not moving. Oh, he's gonna relog and get back into the game, and hopefully it'll work a little bit better then. So client reloading. So that's one huge overlay. Is it? La Hoya, do you think so? I actually dropped a couple of things off to try to clear it out a little bit. Usually I don't have the little side things. They're here from 1ShotGG and here 1ShotGG. I'm only doing that because of tournament stuff, because this is a 1ShotGG hosted tournament. That's why I have those. But everything else just to be able to get some vision for the enemy teams. Amy's curse continues. I wish I could move around while it's paused so that we could actually take a look and see where these other wards are. But in the meantime, we can actually switch over to just red team's vision. We got a little bit here. So they're going to have a good idea if blue is not invading red. However, more than likely, they're just going to chill here and wait. Blue team hanging out in this bush. They're all here. So we've got minions showing up in about another 20 seconds. So Ryze is going to have to teleport towards that top lane to be able to get back in. So excessive pausing Dairy Queen. I think she meant to say QQ instead say DQ. But we are the only team that gets to. We are the only team that gets like pauses. Ready now? Yeah. So, what up, Merciful Vendetta? Welcome back. So, yeah, it is a little bit massive. That's usually because I have a duo queue. Looks like blue team is just going to back off. They are going to split out and not go for an invade. They finally did talk that down. So, LeBlanc jumping over the wall. Oh, fancy schmancy LeBlanc. Nicely done. All right, he's going to find out. Maokai up here going to get a little bit of damage on him. He's down to about 1/4 of his health here. Kha'Zix and Ryze continue to harass just a little bit. Smooch Bear trying to back off from that one. Going to get out just fine. Red team now says, all right, well, if you're going to invade up there, we'll invade down here. Yasuo coming in. Varsity Ken getting a little bit of damage onto Asherai. Wukong jumping in as well. Joe Mama down to just about half health there as the rest of red team comes in. Twitch knocking Leona down to half health as well. And now they're looking for that tower. They're going to find Maokai in that top lane again. Could be first blood. He's trying to back off from that down to about 200 health before backing off in that bottom. mid lane there, jungle, blue team's red buff jungle. They were able to pick up that red buff. Wukong picked it up. However, Leona is right behind, going to get a little bit of a stun. Lulu coming up here, Amy X Angel to try to see if she can help out. There's the exhaust from Lulu. Lucian going to get a little bit of damage from poke from a distance. Leona using the heal to try to get close. LeBlanc as well, going to jump in. The flash from Leona can Ashe him off a getaway. Again, these are level 1, so Leona does not have a jump, does not have anything as well, only has that stun available. Then since they were looking at initially early invading, she doesn't have an E to jump and grab somebody. But now Leona going to take some damage. Asherai trying to back off. LeBlanc finally, LeBlanc, I can't even talk right now. Lucian, the flash from Twitch. First blood goes over to So Amazing, and now the damage onto Joe Mama. Exhaust as well. Heal used by Twitch just to get the speed. Double kill over to Twitch. So invade, not successful by blue team, semi-successful by red team, but then blue teams continued to chase, turned it around and said, hey, we don't mind this, let's go ahead and re-engage. So Smooch Bear down to about half health in that top lane, but didn't go down. Varsity can get a little bit of damage onto Zabumafu, tries to turn it back with one of her jumps, not going to land. So Twitch starting us off with a double kill in the bottom lane. That is going to be really, really nice for him. Lucy went ahead and with that back where he didn't have a whole lot of gold, decided to go ahead and buy a pink ward just to put that down and get a very, very early start on some of this vision. Dark CB, rip. Game not over yet, so game not over just yet. Rock 1777, you say game over? I don't know about that. Maybe, it might be. If LeBlanc does not punish red team for having squishy team members like that Lulu, like the Twitch, then they could definitely lose this game very easily. However, LeBlanc is one of the best early burst champions in the game, and so if she can get the damage that she wants down, the NP, she's going to be doing well. Nice damage on a Varsity Kent, knocking him down to about half health there in the mid lane. They are about even on farm. Twitch did go ahead and back, started off with that Vamp Scepter, got a little bit of farm, up to about 10 farm, before going to go ahead and use that 2 early kills that he got, first blood and the second kill on Lucian, to back and get a Vamp Scepter and a lot of potions, so he can stick around in lane for quite a while. Not only does he have Lulu's shields to help him out on top of that and keep his health up, but he also has Vamp Scepter for the lifesteal and a ton of potions that he can use just to continue to heal up. So every couple of seconds, we're going to... every couple of, I don't even know what I was going to say. I got completely distracted by bizarre BLTs. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Together we can stop this. Please spread the word on Ebola. Oh, that's too funny, Bizarre BLT. You completely distracted me. Up in the top lane, Wukong, invisibling into the bush. Still hanging out here. Rise going to get some damage onto Smooch Bear. He's going to try to snare, but instead he's going to hit a minion. Lil Hola going to be able to make out, and has no mana. However, Wukong not wanting to engage on that. Didn't go in when Maokai tried to get the snare to land, but the snare landed actually on a minion instead, and we are losing light really quickly, so let me actually turn this light on. There we go. Get a little bit of extra light on myself. And Mick is over there. Yeah, do you mind turning the overhead light on? Appreciate it. No, yeah, over there. Thank you, Mick. Best friend Mick hanging out here. He's actually playing some Dishonored over in the other room, so... 6.6k gold to 7.3k gold. So red team with a strong start, but haven't made a whole lot of use of it. They haven't taken this bottom lane turret. They haven't been hugely effective. That pink ward from Lucian being really nice, continuing to clear those wards they've been put in that bush. Lulu with the 2 assists didn't get an initial starting... she tried, I guess she started to build towards that sight stone, but didn't quite have enough to be able to get that sight stone. And so for, thanks for the tip, Bizarre. Didn't quite have enough gold to be able to get the sight stone. Leona going in on Twitch, gonna get a little bit of damage. He's gonna turn it back. The damage from Twitch, the expunge, knocking Lucian down to about half health. Leona down as well. However, they're just going to drink some potions and try to tank it back up. Twitch, again, has a lot of potions that he can drink on top of the Vamp Scepter. However, you can't drink potions when you're stunned. So if blue team, Team Samsung Black, gets the engage that they want in that bottom lane, with Leona getting a lot of stuns, that could be death to Twitch. Smooch Bear in that top lane down to about a third health here. Kazakhstan Rise, are they going to go underneath the tower? Rise throwing one last Q before backing off, saying, I guess we'll leave it be. Wukong is making his way towards that top lane, so Maokai is definitely going to be sticking around. Twitch up to 41 farm. Lucian doing his best to actually match that farm. He has 39 himself, so that's not bad. That's not bad, especially against a Twitch that already has 2 kills and a Vamp Scepter up on you. So this flash from Varsity Ken still going to get stunned. There's the secondary stun, and she goes in on him. The Ignite ticking away. Nice job from LeBlanc, just outplaying him. He put down the wind wall a little bit too far behind where LeBlanc was, so it wasn't very effective. And she, after losing the first snare, just turned around and got a second snare on top of it. So micromanage play by LeBlanc, doing an amazing job. There's a flash from Rise. Is that enough? One more auto attack. He does. Lohala picking up a kill on Smooch Bear in that top lane. Fantastic job. Flash to make sure he got that last Q auto, but it was worth it to tank that tower some. So don't give Hoot some. Don't give a hoot. That's what you meant. In that bottom lane, Lucian is low on mana and, well, I guess a little bit low on health, but very low on mana. However, he's still sticking around, continuing to farm up, only down by about 3 farms. So if Kazakhs can get a solid gank and really punish this Twitch, they're going to be doing well. Twitch still has not drank any of his potions, instead relying a lot on that spell vamp from the Vamp Scepter to injure him. The dash from Lucian, ooh, keeping him safe for the moment. Twitch is looking to poke some more. He's going to take a tower shot for that. Lulu's shield doing a nice job of tanking that. Expunge from Twitch, just doing a little bit of extra damage as he continues to farm up. 56 farm to 51. To the blue team, taking 2 kills of their own. Their bot lane might not be doing that well, but they're going to be doing just fine in that mid lane and top lane, at least for the moment, unless Wukong gets the gank that he wants on either one of those. So, LeBlanc's doing fine in mid, so I guess Kazakhs need help in top. Who the new mod? The Tigress is one of the mods, or one of the administrators from 1ShotGG, one of the main people for this, and she has helped so much last night. I went ahead and gave her mod power so that way she could post links about the 1ShotGG tournament. So, event coordinator for the tournament, and Seth, you know who the Tigress is. You know who she is. Don't even try that. 11.3k gold to 11k gold, so blue team was just a little bit in the lead in gold. However, blue team still struggling a bit in that bottom lane. With Lucian, he didn't back, but he lost out on a lot of farm. 53 farm to 65, and that gap is continuing to grow ever so slowly. Now almost 10 gold, or 10 minions behind, which is a lot of gold. LeBlanc, though, up 20 in the mid lane on this Yasuo, doing just fine, continuing just to farm up. Smooch Bear getting slowly harassed down from this Rise. The thing about Rise, though, is that his damage will fall off as you get more and more magic resist, and that's what Maokai does best, is just build straight magic resist. So, 1-shot 5G, trick 2G? No, 1-shot GG. You're only going to take a little bit of damage from Twitch in that bottom lane. Lucian finally stuck around long enough to get back and get his BF sword, so he's got a lot of damage on that one. Twitch as well, looking at backing, he can easily pick up a BF sword on top of it with a little bit of extra. Probably going to get boots as well. Face the wind, Yasuo coming out here. Varsity Ken trying to put that down. LeBlanc going to punish, jump straight in after he does that. Going to get a nice snare. However, Wukong showing up. The flash from Zabumafu, keeping herself alive for the moment. He does have blue buff, though. The nice knock up. Yasuo just got his ultimate and came, or I guess not just, but used the ultimate coming in here, almost finishing off Zabumafu. That Wukong not quite having enough damage, so... Come on, Magic Penny, help me this time. You could do it, Amy. Believe in the power of the Magic Penny. Maokai with that goalie. Look at the adorable little goalie balls. Throwing a soccer ball. He still hasn't gotten any kills, so no touchdowns from Maokai yet, but... Your hoodies are sick? Yeah, I've been looking for some hoodies myself. I was thinking of buying one for Jake. If you buy me a hoodie, I will wear it. Oh, you were talking about buying a thong for me. If you buy me a thong, I might wear it, but you won't ever know. You'll never know whether I'm actually wearing it or not. So blue team still holding on with the slight edge. In the bottom lane, Twitch didn't get a BF sword. Instead, decided to go for the Cutlass. So going for a little bit of that Blade of the Ruined King early start, as well as picked up some boots. Sold the Mana Potions, realizing she wasn't going to use it. He wasn't going to use it. Coming in here so amazing. Sneaky right up behind that. Lucian going to get a little speed boost from the Lulu. Lucian feeling that dash to the side. So amazing. Get a little bit of damage. The heal from Lucian though. And the ult from Leona. A nice eclipse onto Lulu. And that stopped her from doing anything. However, Twitch with the poison damage is going to get a killing spree and finish off Lucian. But Leona's here to help out and finish off the Twitch. He was just too low health. In the top lane, Ryze finally went down. Maokai assisting as well. That double buff Wukong gank just a little bit too strong. So 1 black, 2 cardboard. And I think I said that black was going to win. So vote 1. That's what I'm doing. I totally missed that. We're actually going to back up there so we can see what happened down there. Whoop, jump back 15 seconds, please. Thank you very much. So, in that bottom lane, Kha'Zix jumping in. Leona hanging out here. Oh, there she goes. She was lagging a little bit. Got the last stun just underneath that tower. Kha'Zix says, that's fine with me. I'll continue to chase you down. And Flash to live. Get out from underneath the tower. I know that the jungler is headed towards the mid lane. Ashe Malphite leaping in. Has that red buff, so could slow Zabumafu. However, not going to really truly fully engage on that. Instead, allows Zabumafu to back off a little bit. LeBlanc very squishy. Or very slippery. Hard to get in. Oh, that long range snare. Going to get a second one onto Yasuo. Will it be enough? The Ignite is down as well. She jumps in, but that Ignite still ticking away. Yasuo is going to go down. Zabumafu picked that up with the Ignite, and the teleport in from Ryze helps finish off Wukong as well. So what a play by LeBlanc. Now so amazing, sneaky coming right by just to say, hey, I'm here, let me grab some of these minions and help out a little bit. But how about that base? No trouble. I don't know what you mean, bro. I don't know what you mean. You got Ray, you got to do the exclamation point and then do the vote. You can't just say vote. You got to do exclamation point and then vote. Same with you, Lucky Friday 13. But thank you for voting. Which team do you think? A lot of support here for Black, who's doing really well so far. Bucky Boy and Lloyd as well, helping out here, grabbing up some votes. The votes, process 2 votes. Currently, results are 4-1. Whoa! Whoa, yeah, I know. It's all about that base. About that base. No trouble. But 4 votes for Black. Everyone thinking that Team Black is going to take the win. Legit Ghost as well. Lucky Friday 13. You have a new. You have now cast your vote for Black. Yep, a lot of votes here coming out for Team Black. We'll see if they can truly follow through on that. They struggled at the beginning of the game. Lucian having lost a life as well as Leona. So Twitch picking up a double kill, and now he's 3-1. Here comes Leona jumping in, gonna just jump to the little clone from Wukong. Not gonna get any damage though. So amazing now looking for some damage in that bottom lane. Joe Mama turning it. Kha'Zix is here. Looking so amazing. Instantly burst it down. Wildgirl keeping him alive for a moment. Randy 727 leapt in, but not gonna be enough. And that Twitch invisible is just gonna be able to walk out of that. Rising that top lane, becoming quite a beast now. 2-0-1. Also with the red buff, with the help of clearing that from Wukong in the mid lane, is gonna get some nice damage on that Maokai and just force him to back once again in that top lane. Lulu trying to defend the tower. Will it be enough? Leona just is playing a little bit of defense here, zoning them out. There's a Wukong running around the corner. So many invisibility champions. Joe Mama flashing to stay alive. Leona now in a 1v3 situation. Joan trying to help out. A nice eclipse. Ashe Malphite taking so much damage. Jumps to Lucian, but will it be enough? No. There's going to be LeBlanc leaping in here. Can she grab either one of these people? That Leona is going to go down. Amax Angel picking up that one. Little Hollow tanking the tower shots just to make sure that Maokai went down to that top lane. I keep saying Malphite. Maokai went down. Varsity Ken dashing to LeBlanc, looking for the Lucian, puts down the wind wall, says, I don't want any of your damage, Lucian. Gonna throw out a tornado, but LeBlanc is just gonna jump past it. So kills back and forth across the board between these two teams. I think it was a 2-4-1. Maokai up in that top lane went down, Wukong in the bottom lane down, and Leona, the only one who died for blue team in that bottom lane. Slowly expanding their lead just by a little bit. Neither team have gone for a dragon just yet. They might. They have not only the pink ward, but also an extra ward there as well. Lulu placed that before backing, saying, hey, I've got some extra wards. Let me go ahead and do that. And that way, if they do come by and clear this pink ward, we have an extra ward as well. So do you like the program I showed you? Cyril, I did look at it a little bit last night, but didn't have a whole lot of time considering that we ended our casting at like 2 a.m. and I really needed to sleep before the casting today. So I actually didn't get a whole lot of chance to look at it, but I will look at it this week and we'll message you on Skype about it and let you know what I think. Lucian getting a little bit of damage on those minions in the mid lane, just clearing those. 94 farm to 104. Twitch with about 10 farm in the lead, doing well, but hasn't been super crucial. Or super crucial in these last couple of team fights. Did help out a little bit, grabbed up an assist, I believe it was on the Leona, but you'd think that somebody that started off with 2 kills in that bottom lane so early would be able to roll that into some extra gold. Zumimafu jumping off, just keeping Wukong off for tail. We need more cardboard supporters. Got 3 votes for the cardboard, 7 for the black. Vote 1. Latagra says, I'll vote for the poll. I'll vote for the black. That's what I meant. Vote for black. Vote for LeBron James coming in here. Smooch Bear taking down about 3/4 of his health. That's what I mean. Maokai getting hurt just a little bit. Blue team now grouping hard. They did get that bottom lane tower with that last engage. So we'll see if they're looking for this mid lane tower or if they're simply going to poke it down. There's that Cyclone, the flash from Lucian, as well as that Yasuo follow-up. So much damage, so amazing, picking off the kill on Lucian. Now Leona in a 1v4 tanking scenario. Will it be enough? LeBlanc from the sidelines trying to get some damage. The flash, Leona lives amazingly. Randy, 797, knocked up in the air. Not going to be enough. Maokai showing up as well to help out. Rise now coming in from the sidelines trying to get here to defend this tower. As Red team got a nice fight. A great flash Cyclone from the Wukong allowed Yasuo to just leap in, doing massive damage. Ooh, I'm still sitting on the jump back 15 seconds. Massive damage to both the Lucian and the LeBlanc. I think it was LeBlanc, maybe in Kazakhs. And just put them in such a bad situation before they could get out. So I wouldn't have closed it if I knew more people wanted to vote. So if more people wanted to vote, poll's been closed. Well, so it's like cardboard 4 to black 9. So also good to see that you're here. It's fine. Yeah, no problem. Well, thank you, though, guys, for joining us. We are in the semifinals, game 1 between these two teams, both the Samsung teams. Samsung for the win, fighting off against each other. Red team doing a little bit poorly at the beginning of the game after getting a nice double kill on Twitch, and now are turning it on to trying to get some extra kills. They're slowly poking Dragon down. Blue team doesn't have any vision. LeBlanc jumping over the wall. She doesn't get it. Twitch actually picks it up. However, Rise making them pay with the top lane tower. Lots of stuns onto this Maokai. Cannot get across the wall in time. LeBlanc picking up another kill on him. Now a 4-1 LeBlanc. That's getting really scary. Oh, Lulu sticking around for a little bit too long trying to get out. So much damage, though. I don't think she can make it, even with the flash. Joe Mama picks up that kill. There's a teleport for Rise coming in here. He's got his ult, so he's got speed boost. Moving in onto Yasuo. He's going to block some of the range for the rest of the team. However, he can't escape that solar eclipse from Leona. And Zabumafu picking up a kill on that one yet again. 5-1. Blue team making them pay for the Dragon pick, saying you may have gotten a little bit of extra gold off of Dragon, but we will show you what we mean when we mean business, and they're going to take a lot of kills. That was 3 kills for it, and 2 towers off of a 1 single Dragon pick. Zufu almost jumping onto Twitch, going to take a little bit of damage, a nice snare onto him. Will it be enough? He's trying to get that spray and pray onto Lucian, however, not quite enough. Jomama gets out of that one. The clone from LeBlanc walking in there. I was about to say, like, why is LeBlanc walking in? But it was just the clone playing me, and I'm sitting here watching. I can see that. So tons of damage. Right as Maokai went, COD jumped over the wall. Perfect timing. Yep, it is true. It is true. Maokai was looking at re-engaging, but the rest of his team doesn't really have any jumps. Yasuo, the only one that can dash over the wall, potentially. I suppose that Wukong could also dash over the wall, but the rest of his team really didn't have a whole lot of follow-up as they burnt so much on the Dragon just to try to get it down. And now this Yasuo getting nicely stunned. Varsity, so much damage. Rise, huge. Rod of Ages and Archangel Staff finished. He has damage, and he has health. And that was what it took to be able to take down Yasuo with loaded CC. Leona putting a ward in. Asher Malphite backing off from there, going ahead and using that sweeping lens. Leona hanging just off to the side. This Asherite just playing an incredible game so far. Always getting some great stuns down. Smooch Bear finally building some of that magic resist that he needs. No, he didn't. He's got health with that Kettle to the Protector, but hasn't been able to build that into a Rod of Ages just yet. And no other magic resist. You think you build a magic resist against the Rise, but I guess not. So that's what happened. He got pulled over by Ka. Maokai over the wall was funny, lol. Zabumafu is not only crazy, but he's amazing. Finishing off another kill on Twitch. So amazing. Talking about that Twitch. doing a fantastic job. Just caught him out. Now 6-1. Needlessly large rod in the back pocket as well. That's going to be very, very painful for the enemy team. And not only does she have a whole lot of damage, but she has some great farm as well. 134 farm. The best on her team other than Rise, who has only been farming in that top lane, showing up every now and then for a team fight, but otherwise just continuing to push, which is what a Rise does best. So if we're throwing out a snare there just to see if it'll land. Has that blue buff. It looks like LeBlanc's just sitting with that blue buff constantly. We'll see if she continues to keep it through the rest of this game. Finally getting that steam rolling that she really needs and really wants. Gonna dash in a little bit of damage before dashing back out. Oh my lord, the damage onto that Yasuo. Wild growth, just keeping him up for the moment. However, once that goes down, he's going to have very low health. Zabumafu getting that spray and pray from Twitch. Going to disappear using her clone to kind of distract a little bit. Will it be enough? Red team now, pushing in. They saw that LeBlanc with very low health, knowing that she's going to need to back or at least be less likely to engage. They're going to try to push in on this tower. Yasuo throwing out a tornado just to keep people backed off. Leona, though, going to turn it around. She's going to engage directly onto Varsity. Can Rise coming for the sidelines. Massive damage. LeBlanc jumps in, just helps out a little bit to get some assists. And now Yasuo going down as well. Rise picking up 2 kills. Twitch did finish off the Kha'Zix as he was so low health and has escaped. He's running around all the way down towards that tower. You can see that in the bottom lane. There he goes recalling. LeBlanc still chilling in the mid lane. He may try to get a sneaky kill on the LeBlanc. Lucien Lebron finding a pink ward in a bush. Going to clear that. So Twitch did just back off. So decided he'd fully recall. As LeBlanc does continue to back off. It looks like she still has blue buff. It just seems like she always has blue buff. So why does Yasuo never get locked out of his house? Because he always faces the wind? I have no idea. So Asherai tanking a little bit of tower. That Whimsy doing work. No, Adorbis. That's what it's called. So he always... Hasaki! Ha 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 ha. In the bottom lane, minions pushing up. Lucien was there to help out a little bit before backing off, saying the rest of the team is here. I don't want to be caught out. Let me go ahead and back. But now 16-8. Blue team with double the kills of red team. About 6k gold in the lead. And slowly working on expanding that. Dragon will be up in a minute. Baron is up and active, though neither team really wants to rush for one of those just yet, as we're still kind of waiting to see how these team fights work their way out. A lot of these team fights have been kind of back and forth between the two, engages and re-engages, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, Rod of Ages is a very powerful build on the Maokai. However, against a Rise, especially a Rise that did so well early game, I would have just built straight tanky. I would have built a Banshee's Veil, at least a Spectral Cowl before moving on anything else. The Rod of Ages will be great for the late game. However, we'll see if it truly is effective, as this Rise not only has that Rod of Ages, but also Archangel's Staff and Seraph's Embrace. They changed that. Seraph's Embrace and the Glacial Shroud as well. So red team does know the blue team's there. They've got a ward that Leona is just sitting on. Wukong kind of backing off there. Both these teams, all of these wards back and forth. Blue team has 2 wards in red team's jungle. Usually see red team ward there, but blue team with that. They're going to back off. The dragon is up, so they can clear it. However, they're going to try to get a fight. Wukong jumping in. No, doesn't really find the opportunity. No team fight. Look at blue team staying scattered, staying poke. Rise coming in here, going to get a nice snare on Dash the Malphite, get a little damage back and forth. There's that Cyclone on 3 people that he wanted, and now Lucien comes in off to the side. That's going to be LeBlanc chasing down the Twitch. Jomaba getting a little bit of damage, so much damage from blue team coming out here. Now looking at chasing down Varsity Ken, and Leona with the CC finishes him off. A huge ace coming out here. So we're going to back up and actually re-watch that for a minute here. Slow it down. Whoa, oh, we got to back up another 10-15 seconds, so... Alright, so Amy X Angel, who's Wukong here, gonna get snared by Low Hollow, doing a fantastic job, doing a lot of damage. Gonna leap in, sees 3 man, gonna go ahead. Oh, what you don't see in the meantime is over here, LeBlanc sees that the Twitch is here, gonna immediately jump in and focus on him and get a lot of damage. However, back to here, Kha'Zix leaping in on Lulu is gonna look at chasing, flashing in. However, the calling from Lucien gonna help out. Rise picking up the kill on Maokai, just sticking around. Yasuo actually flashes and dashes, trying to escape, using that dash to get some distance, but Leona with a final last E is going to lock him down. Double kill over to the Rise. Blue team domination. Samsung Black showing the team where it's at, 21-8. What will they do with a full team ace? They could push straight down mid lane, grab a tower or two, or they could secure this Baron buff. Baron buff may let them secure another tower or two. However, I really don't know about it. What do you guys think about this call to do Baron? What do you guys think about this call? I would honestly take 2 towers and an inhibitor for it. And Baron's not even down yet. It's still got a little bit left on. Okay, they did take it. I was about to say, what? Plus, the catalyst allows them to survive in lane, so... SSB. Whoop, there we go. Samsung Black all the way. 21 kills and 8. Picked up the Baron. Now pushing in. Going to also grab Dragon. Not make the same mistake they did a couple times before. And on top of it, they got the tower in that top lane. Minions too strong in that top lane. Finishing off the tower. So, fantastic job there. Finishing the Dragon off as well. And now headed out. Blue team really has that team fighting that they need. LeBlanc positioned excellently to be able to just instantly destroy Twitch. Twitch was not in that last fight. He is their main source of damage. He is all that red team needs when it comes to a fight. There's the flash from Rise. He wants this Ashton Malphite so much damage. He's going to get it as well. 8-1, just destroying. At this point in the game, what can red team do? Now, they needed a team fight, and that was the team fight for it if Twitch had been there. But he was in that bottom lane trying to farm and then didn't get back into lane in time. So when the rest of the team went in, they really didn't have any damage. They've got Wukong with a little bit of CC and knockup, but he's built a lot of tank right now. Yasuo has a bit of damage, but was so unable to focus on anyone and really burst them single-handedly down that there was nothing else for him to do. Twitch was caught out all the way to this side. Lulu, just a little bit of CC, and that's it. Maokai, just tanky. So, with the, like 3 tankiest members going in, and that was it. They would eventually just get worn down, and a lot of red team scattered as the fight broke out, seeing that there wasn't really any focus on the 2 main damage dealers from blue team. They not only have the Lucian and LeBlanc that just do incredible damage, but now they also have a Rise as well, who's going to be hurting a lot. On top of it, he's not only hurting, you saw the damage that he did to Wukong, but he also is going to be very hard to kill, having finished off that Frozen Heart, so going to have some extra health and armor on top of it. So LeBlanc getting a little bit harassed. However, that's all they need is just really to push red team back, grab up a tower. They've got Baron buffs, so they've got regen as long as they want. All of those top lane towers have been taken down 5-0, or 5 towers to 0. Red team just slowly pushed back little by little by little. Varsity Ken getting a little bit of damage on the minions, just trying to wave clear. Can they? So many wards back and forth across the map. Can they clear? Oh, they did. And Lulu just puts another one. Just going to keep putting those wards over the wall. Just keep putting those wards, so... CB could try and stall the game out, but I don't see much wave clear. I think between Lulu and Twitch that they could have the wave clear, but Twitch is so far back right now. Look at him all the way behind the tower. He's not involved in any of this poke, not involved in any of the damage, so... LeBlanc getting a little bit of damage on Twitch, finally showing up, going to help out a little bit. However, instantly destroyed. And that is the reason why Twitch didn't want to come out, was that as soon as he did, he was just going to get instantly bursted down by LeBlanc. And that's what they were waiting for. Now that they know that Twitch is gone, they can instantly leap in. A nice wild growth cyclone, going to knock up a lot of people. Yasuo did go down despite that cyclone. Blue team just too far in the lead, doesn't care. Should be able to get a tower off this. Zabumafu tanking, give it over to Leona. Leona tank. The damage on Wukong hit in that bush, waiting for an opportunity to jump out. However, he was sitting on a ward, and that's why wards are so important. Blue team now pushing in and grabbing not only one turret, but should also be able to get this inhibitor without a problem. Yumi's Ghost Blade being used on Lucian just to get a little bit of that extra attack speed. And in that bottom lane, they've got a wave pushing in here. Rise going to come down here and help clear a little bit. They could push for a second tower, especially as red team is kind of coming up one at a time. They could kind of just slow farm that. Just slow farm each champion, clearing those minions as they now head towards that bottom lane tower. Lucian and LeBlanc are still hanging out there. They've got a pink ward down just to keep some extra vision, especially in case Twitch decides to engage on a fight. That bottom turret has so little health. Blue team should have gotten it, I think. I think the blue team, especially with Kha'Zix being out. Zabumafu just back and forth. You never know where he's going to go. Wukong leaping in, but going to take so much damage. Not enough magic resist And now Yasuo leaping in, gonna get a nice ult onto LeBlanc. Wild growth as well, keeping up for the moment. Gonna finally finish off LeBlanc. Lucian, very low health as well. The flash from Twitch gonna guarantee his death. Smooch Bear going down though, as the rest of the blue team now pushes in. That tower is very low health. Nice slow from Lulu, gonna stop them underneath the tower. But Kha'Zix, Randy 797 tanking the tower. Oh, he is gonna go down. And Leona as well tanking, but not going to be able to get out. Twitch picking up a shutdown on Kha'Zix just thanks to the tower helping out here. Now there's a winning wave. Now you could go in and finish it off. Come on, that tower's so low health. They take like 3 auto attacks. You could do it. Nope, blue team is going to back off from that one. So much one-sided play here. 20, almost 16k gold in the lead. The Baron buff just went down. That's why they decided to back off, so... yeah, we wish he could play as good as LeBlanc. LeBlanc has played a fantastic game so far, 9-2. But what else do you expect from a diamond level player? Honestly, I have to give it so far this game. This has been amazing play by Ryze as well. Has just dominated in the top lane and the mid lane. Been there in the team fights when he needed to be to do some damage. Been there in that top lane pushing, the bottom lane pushing. Really, the reason why top lane and bottom lane don't have any turrets is because he was there and he kept pushing them. So a fantastic job by this Ryze, as well as he's just been unkillable. 11-1-9, and now on top of that he's got his Zanyas, so he's going to be even harder to kill. Both Ryze and Kha'Zix picking up double pink wards, so that way they can continue to place them down, put them down, and if they get cleared, they'll just put another one. Doesn't matter to us. Blue team now, they don't really have anything to push at the moment, or they don't have anywhere to go other than just pushing. Dragon up in about 15 seconds, Baron in another 40, so they could just push down, try to grab an open inhib or a turret, or they just kind of stall the game out for a moment until they go expand their gold lead with the Dragon and Baron, and then push in to grab some more turret. LeBlanc gonna come in, a little bit of damage to Wukong, however, the shield from Lulu, not super effective. He's just gonna kill that off, so look at her just bouncing back and forth consistently with those. Plays an amazing job, so Ryze with Zanya is too strong indeed. Red team trying to defend. One team fight could be the end of it. Lil Hollow getting that bottom lane turret, and now the rest of blue team is pushing in to grab this inhibitor. Putting down a pink ward just to make sure they have vision in case Twitch tries to do anything fancy and go behind them. LeBlanc leaping in, seeing if she has any range to be able to grab somebody with a little bit of damage. Nice snare by Ryze on Smooch Bear, gonna kind of back and forth AoE, a little bit of damage. Leona going in, a beautiful Eclipse on 4 members of red team. Low Hala godlike finishing off the Twitch as well as the Wukong. Triple kill over to Ryze, and Lucian picking up last kill. Ace over to blue team. There's the teleport to the super minion that's tanking the tower, and the rest of blue team comes in here so strong. Samsung Black finishes it off. Fantastic game, and that is victory over to Team Samsung Black. What a dominating game to start us off here tonight with the first of the semifinals games. What a game. What a game. MVPs here really fast. For the losing team, I'm going to give it over... I think I'm probably going to give it over to Twitch for some really good positioning. 7-7-1, not a bad job, so. Well, I'm gonna give it to Lulu, and here's the reason why I'm giving it to Amy. Only because she had really good wild growths. While it didn't keep people alive for very long, they were able to pick up some critical kills, and it was because of those wild growths on the correct people, which is a huge thing to do. A lot of Lulus like to put it on themselves to keep themselves alive, but putting it on the right people is actually what extended that game as long as it did. If she hadn't, they would have just lost so much harder. So a great job there. And then for blue team, for the winning team, I'm MVPing Ryze on this particular game because Ryze dominated so hard in the top lane and is a new player. Lol Hala has not played yet. This is his first time playing in the tournament, so congratulations to him doing a fantastic job, coming in strong and saying, hey, I know that I'm new here, but I want to show you where I'm at. So, game invitation has expired. The Tigress re-invite me. La Tigress. Message. In the meantime, I'm going to switch over to the BRB screen, and we will be right back. What we said for the next game.